In our strategy, we use a 5-phase macro framework. We focus on probabilities, sequencing, and durability, not predictions. Process. This video claims the global order is breaking. War risk, trade fracture, currency stress. Even if the story is extreme, the risk channels still matter. We are reviewing a long-form geopolitical interview. It centers on Iran as a potential inflection point. Our job is to separate narrative intensity from market signal. Direction, rising geopolitical conflict. Magnitude, systemic, not local. Implication, trust in global systems weakens. What matters is not certainty. It is how uncertainty gets priced. This is not an equity story first. It is a funding and energy story first. Those always surface in credit before stocks. This is happening because geopolitical shocks raise uncertainty, and when that happens, lenders pull back first. When lenders pull back, refinancing gets harder. That is how stress spreads. If trust fractures across borders, funding costs rise even without recession. That pressures leverage balance sheets early. This is why high beta becomes fragile. Iran risk is really oil risk. Oil spikes act like a tax on consumers and margins. That can delay easy disinflation narratives. This matters now, not later. Geopolitical inflation risk can lift long-term yields. Even small yield moves compress valuations. That is math, not opinion. Markets can look calm while risk builds underneath. Leadership narrows before indexes break. That pattern shows up late cycle. Gold and silver spikes often reflect hedging demand, not immediate system collapse. We wait for confirmation from real yields and credit spreads. Quick note here. This is educational macro analysis, not financial advice. We are mapping risk, not giving instructions. The video speaks in Phase 3 language. Markets may still be in Phase 1 or 2. That gap is where volatility is born. Companies dependent on constant refinancing, regions reliant on cheap dollar funding, then broader risk assets if spreads confirm. We tighten confirmation rules. We prioritize liquidity and optionality. We avoid all-in narratives. This is about staying flexible. If this framework helps you cut through macro noise, subscribing gives you a repeatable way to think, not react. It helps you stay grounded when headlines get loud. Tail risk probability increased modestly. Energy and funding channels matter more. Timeline compression is possible if spreads widen. No confirmed collapse signal, no abandonment of the framework, no rush to binary decisions. We do not need to be early, we just cannot afford to be late. That is how our strategy stays durable.